following gameplay commentary is rated X for extreme. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, soldiers of extreme, hello and welcome. My name is Samson. I am the Extreme Gaming Guru, back again bringing you another silky smooth LIVE live gameplay commentary. With that in mind, with the intros aside, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? How you feeling? Hope everything is going well for you in your life. Today I bring you an often requested, never duplicated, although it probably is often duplicated, custom WWE 2K17 sliders video. I never originated the whole sliders idea, but these are just my personal sliders, and you guys requested in the comment section below. I believe Psycho X was inquiring in the comment section below when I was going to get to the custom WWE hard sliders, making WWE 2K17 as hard as possible. So I decided to actually sit down and get this underway. Now, the reason why it took me so long is because I've actually been experimenting with a bunch of different sliders the last few, we'll say like the last week or so. Just, going all over the board, trying to find what I found to be the hardest I could make WWE 2K17, and I kind of came to the conclusion that there's different definitions of hard. It kind of almost depends on how you like to play WWE 2K17. So, do you like it more arcade style, or do you like it more realistic? And that's where it got difficult for me, because I couldn't decide if one was more difficult than the other, because it was more of a preference. So with that in mind, we're going to do both in this video. But without further ado, let's get things started. So we're going to start off, and gameplay, not much has changed here. If you checked out the last slider video on how to make WWE 2K17 more epic, then this will look very familiar to you. If you didn't see that video, I'll be sure to leave it as a suggested video up in the top right hand corner there for you guys to go check out. But as you can see here, the one thing you want to make sure is you got the difficulty up there on Legend. Now, when it comes to the more arcadey kind of style, you can actually go ahead and turn this reversal limit off. It's actually going to make it a little bit more, a little bit like SmackDown vs. Raw, we'll say. More like the old school wrestling games. But personally, I like it more realistic, so I'm going to keep the reversal limits on. And as you can see there, everything else is pretty much the same as the last video. So we're going to move forward. Now, match, the one thing you want to make sure is that you got all the in-game displays turned off, even the control help. I think I had that turned on in the last video. But turn that off, that way you're not going to know if you have a finisher, you don't know if you're in your signature mode, if you have an OMG moment. It's not going to tell you how to pin or how to climb a turnbuckle. It's not going to tell you anything. So it's going to make a lot of guesswork in your gameplay, make it a little bit more difficult. And once again, down here, if you're more into the arcadey style, you just love to see reversals and all that stuff, you can go ahead and turn fatigue off. And it's going to eliminate stamina completely in your gameplay. You could just go and go and go and go and not get tired. And that will make the game really difficult with the sliders that I'm going to go and show you later on in the video here, as far as the more arcadey sliders. So keep that in mind if that's your style. But once again, I like it more realistic, so I'm going to keep fatigue on. Now moving forward to the meat and potatoes balancing one. This is going to look the same whether you like it arcade hard or if you like it realistic hard. And we're basically just going to crank all of the reversal rates for the AI up here. This is going to make them reverse everything. They're going to become reversal machines. Now, entrance run-ins, to make things more difficult and unpredictable, I'd say crank all this stuff up. But it's personal preference, up to you. I'm actually going to turn it down because I'm going to do a little bit of recording later on, and I don't want people running in and messing up my matches, so yeah. Now, referee downtime, crank that up. Special move strength, once again, we're going to crank that up. We want the finishers to count. Foreign object strength, crank it up. Chain wrestling duration, once again, personal preference, completely up to you, but I'm going to leave it cranked there. Now moving on to balancing 2, this is the meat and potatoes. So we want it to be super difficult. we're gonna crank all of these down. Oh yeah, baby. So there we go. First step is done. We've got everything cranked down here. So basically, the reversal timing window for you is going to be, it's going to be tight. It's going to be pretty non-existent and very, very difficult to hit those reversals, especially major reversals. And yeah, you want it difficult? Well, that's a good start. Now, this is where it starts to break down between arcade and realistic as far as your hard difficulty preference. So first things first, we're going to start with the arcadey, I guess, here. So for arcade, you want to go stamina cost, and you're going to crank it all the way down. Now stamina recovery rate, you're going to crank that all the way up. So wrestlers are going to be able to go and go and go. You're going to be able to hit move after move after move and definitely damage your opponent. And, you know, just be able to keep doing it and doing it as long as you can keep that dominant position in the wrestling match. There you go. You got the stamina to get her done. Now stun recovery rate, since we're going for a more arcade style here, we're actually going to crank that up. That's going to mean that if you beat down an opponent and you actually get him stunned, he's not going to stay stunned very long. You're going to have to like pretty much get whatever big move in there, or you know, your finisher, whatever it is you're looking for, get it in real quick, because he's gonna, you know, shake his head and he's gonna come out and try and hit you, or hit you with a grapple or whatever. And getting all tongue tied here. Reversal recovery rate, we're gonna crank that up as well. Now this right here is gonna make it feel difficult. First of all, it's gonna be you know, extremely difficult, but it's gonna make it feel extremely arcadey. So if you're an arcade fan, like you love that old arcadey reversal, fast-paced action, this is going to be your hard difficulty setting right here. Now I will say, it's going to be pretty one-sided unless you are really good with your reversals. You're just going to be getting beat down and beat down and beat down, and you know, that's fun, I guess, if that's what you want. But me, I like to tell stories with my matches. I like to be able to, you know, beat them down a little bit, you know, have a little bit of offense in a match. And if that's the case for you, just like the last video, you can actually go ahead and crank these all the way up, or, you know, to your preference. And that's for all of these, by the way. Just like the last Make It More Epic video. Yes, it makes it easier for you to do reversals, but it means you're going to see reversals more often, right? So it just makes for a more epic encounter. So, you know, you can have epic hard, I guess you could say. There's your epic hard difficulty sliders. Crank all these things up. You got WWE 2K17 epic hard difficulty. But nonetheless, this would be your arcade. Now, if you wanted a more realistic WWE 2K17 hard experience, which I am a big fan of, well, we're going to do the complete opposite. We're going to crank the stamina, but then we're going to crank down the stamina recovery rate, which means every move you do, it better count. Alright? Like, you got to think things through, because even throwing a strike is going to cost you a lot of stamina. Next, we're going to take the stun recovery rate. We're going to take that down. Yep. If you're going to stun an opponent, he's going to be stunned for a while. You're going to be able to beat him down, and he's going to have to catch a lucky reversal or hope to have a comeback or something like that. Next, we're going to take that reversal recovery rate. We're going to crank that down too. Yeah, that's right. Every single reversal you have has better count. Alright, you got to pick the right time to go for your reversal. Otherwise, you were going to lose that match, because you're not going to have reversals, and you're going to be beat down for a long time, so you're going to be stunned, you're going to be out of stamina. It's not going to be fun for you. And this, in my personal opinion, this is the best sliders you can use if you're looking for a more difficult, if not the most difficult experience in WWE 2K17. So, bam, that's my personal opinion. Now, I will say, if, you know, you don't like getting beat down for so long, right? You can give yourself a favor, and you can crank the reversal recovery rate. That at least will give you a chance. You know, you won't, you know, just get beat down and beat down and beat down. You know, that you'll at least be able to recover reversals a little bit more often, so you can at least, you know, try and get the offense a couple more times in that match. So you can do yourself a favor. But if you're looking for it difficult, keep that down. And yeah, That's my opinion, guys. That's how you make WWE 2K17 as difficult as possible. And I'm interested in hearing what you guys think. So be sure to let me know in the comment section below. Try out the sliders at home. Let me know if you found it difficult, whether you preferred arcade hard. Did you like it realistic hard? Did you like it more SmackDown vs. Raw? Endless reversals non-stop? Did you turn off the fatigue? Did you let me know in the comment section below if you have any opinions on how to make 2K17 a little bit more difficult. Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, please click that like button. It's going to help spread the video around, and that's increasingly more important nowadays on YouTube here, as we are too extreme for YouTube. And hey, I could use all the help that you guys could throw my way. But other than that, if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to join the Extreme Army. We're uploading as often as I can, and hoping to branch out in the series in the very near future, trying some new things, so I hope you guys will look forward to that. Once again, tongue-tied. In the meantime, guys, if you enjoyed the video, oh man, thank you so much for tuning in. Click the like button. I will talk to you guys in the next one. I gotta get some sleep or something. I can barely talk. Until then, later, guys.